Now, I've already made a head start on this next question here. I got cosine of something and sine of something. Now, your identity says it's sine of something, cosine of something, so I've switched this over to use the commutative rule. Now, in the previous example, we wanted the biggest number of x's on the left and the smallest on the right, so when we subtracted, we'd end up with something positive. And we don't have the luxury of this question because we have to put the sign first according to our formula. This is the formula that we have here. I can combine the 4 with the half here straight away, so 4 times 1/2 is going to give me 2, and I can work on what's inside the parentheses now. So when we substitute in then, a in this case is 2x and b is 6x. So we get sine of 8x plus the sine of 2 minus 6, which is negative 4x. Now this is really what we wanted to try and avoid in the previous question. So we're going to have to try and use our properties of graphs. Now sine is an odd function, and what that actually means is, well, for this one we don't need to worry, but the definition for an odd function is that the sine of something will become the negative sign of the same thing, but without the negative. So it's almost like the negative moves to the front. Now if this had been cosine of negative 4x actually equals cosine 4x because it's an even function. Now the property of an even function is it's symmetric in the y-axis. And if you visualize the graph of sine for a second, you can certainly see, just for the very first part that we have here, that's certainly not symmetric in the y-axis, is it? Where if you look at cosine x, you can see that it is. So we have to be very careful when we're doing this type of question. Now once we've got rid of this negative problem, now we can go ahead and work out the answer as normal. So the integral for sine is negative cosine over the derivative of 8x minus derivative of sine is going to be negative cosine over the derivative. These two negatives we can simplify, and also we've got to multiply all this by negative 2, and also we have to put plus c on the end, and the last part you should be able to tidy up by yourself.